You are welcome to another edition of ECN Hard Truths, where we'll say it the way it is, and we expect our guests to answer our questions the way it should be. As usual, my name is Patrick Ingwok, the anchorman for today's program. I have my friend and colleague, Coach Thompson Ojukwu. Coach Ojukwu, you are welcome.
Thank you very much.
Today we are having a special guest, a very important person in the society. He is Honorable Robert Madaki. Honorable Yamash.
Thank you, sir.
You are welcome.
Thank you. Thank
How
you.
is it?
Fine, we thank God.
Honorable, are you in Morocco?
No, I'm not in Morocco.
Why you didn't go to Morocco?
No, I couldn't go to Morocco.
Why?
We had our own Nations Cup
Cup here
going
at
on
home.
here at home.
Well, Honorable will tell us who he is, and we can take it from there.
Okay. Yes. Good afternoon, viewers. My name is Honorable Robert Madaki. I'm the chairmanship candidate for the Young Progressives Party in the forthcoming AMAC chairmanship election, which holds on the 21st of February 2026. Yes.
Honorable, you are welcome.
Thank you.
Coach Ojukwu.
Yes.
Honorable is an auxiliary coach. You are an auxiliary coach, a member, an associate member of FCT coaches.
Yes.
Honorable, you watch the Super Eagles and you watch the AFCON.
Yes.
Though you said your own was going home and going on at home.
Yes.
Were you satisfied with that tournament?
Yeah, as a tournament, I wasn't satisfied with it, but with regards to the performance of the teams in the tournament, I derived some high level of satisfaction, especially with regards to the conduct, of some of those teams. However, teams from a certain demography in Africa, seemed to have certain advantages, above others. So I think that was the only thing that may have blighted the competition in my own eyes.
What advantage are you talking about?
It looked like the North African teams certainly did have special advantages, and I know there is always the issue of home team advantage, but what we saw was just beyond home team advantage. They took it a step further, and which we did not expect to see, in the tournament at this stage, in our football history in Africa.
Ojukwu, your Honorable is toiling your stand. Are you telling us once again that the Nations Cup in Morocco was tinting to an end, to an end in African continent?
Well, the Nations Cup, quite all right in Morocco. I give them kudos, especially in the area of organization and infrastructures. Same maintenance. But the tail end of that match was an eyesore that one can conclude there was a win at home syndrome. We trying to win at home at all costs. That spoils everything. As a country that is aspiring to host the World Cup, supposed to have shown the sign of neutrality, so that people will embrace, the whole world will embrace them. But the winning at home syndrome that played a role that become an eyesore to the CAF organized competition is the bane of everything.
Honorable, were you impressed with the Super Eagles, their performance?
Yes, I was impressed with the Super Eagles' performance. Yes, we all know at the back of our heads that they could have done better. There's always that space for improvement. But overall, I think that their performance and also conduct largely is commendable. Yes, I enjoyed I also enjoyed watching them.
Ojukwu is always Ojukwu, is this as if Honorable have been studying you for so
Honorable, you are happy the way Nigerian team played this time around?
Yes, because to be honest with you, before this competition, I had very low expectations. That is the truth. And if they didn't go, I had hoped at some point my interest grew, with every game, and yes, they could have gone to the finals, they could have won. There were certain things that were lacking in the team, and we also had issues of some squabbles here and there, and unruly behavior by some senior members of the team. But that has a way of course, dampening team performance. And but on the whole, there were players that actually gave their best. That we have something that we can hold on to, that we can to build for future competitions. That is what I've taken.
Let me cut you off from
yes,
there.
Sir.
The Nigerian coach this
Yes,
time
sir.
around.
Yes, sir.
How do you see his performance?
So the Nigerian coach, when he came in and I think that was one of the issues on the onset I had, was that when he came in, I was skeptical, and I know a lot of Nigerians were skeptical and felt that, maybe we should have gone for a higher profile coach and all that. But I think that what I've studied from watching him and watching his interaction with the teams, there were areas where I think he dropped the ball, especially when the issue of infighting in the team that involved Osime in his attitude to some of the team members. I think that a more experienced coach or a more different kind of personality would have been able to also put Osime in a place to know that the team comes first above any individual consideration. So that was the major setback with him. But in terms of his kind of personality, he seems to be somebody that is a likable person generally, So, but beyond that, the aspect of that, you have to drum home to the players that no player is bigger than the national team.
Yes.
I am one of those people that has always maintained that if you go to any part of Nigeria, whether it's here, Gwagwalada, or any part of the country, that you can actually pick a team that will go to AFCON and do well.
Yes.
So we have that level of talent. So, and as a result, when you wear the national team jersey, it's not a right, it's a privilege. Whether you're playing in Barcelona or any part of the world, we see how players canvass to play for their national team and come in. They don't come into that space as if they are the gods of the place, and they can say and do whatever they want. So Osime is known to throw tantrums, and when you do that, and a player who is also a high-profile player like Lukman also involved in that kind of situation, how people react, to a situation matters, and it can affect the overall play. After that whole debacle, we did not see the best of Lukman till the end of the competition.
Yes, it's true.
If we saw 70% of Lukman, in that competition towards the end, we would have won that thing. Just 70% of what that boy can do. So I still trace, and I think a lot of people trace that whole thing back to that issue, the issue of discipline in the team.
Yes.
And respect for other players.
You are subscribing that we should retain the coach and allow him to continue his job.
So right now, for the purpose of stability, I think that with the timeline that we have right now to potentially go to the World Cup, if we are able to scale through the back door. All according to somebody who said last week, he said all door na door.
Yeah, even through window.
As far as they enter, So and there is generally this thing that happens with teams that come in like that. They may go and surprise us.
Yeah.
But we just want Nigerians to be in the World Cup. Nigeria to be in the World Cup, because what is a World Cup without Nigeria? And
you're watching the interest.
Yes.
Will not be much.
Will not be watched to the later stages.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Now there is one question I want to put across. I
Yes,
can
sir.
see Ojukwu smiling because he is always an architect of advocate
Yes.
of home base.
Yes. Yes.
Blend them with the
Yes.
foreign base.
Yes.
And that is how we'll get the best.
Yes.
Are you also in the same position with him?
I am in the same position with him, and for the simple fact that some of us had opportunity to play football, And you know, when somebody boasts about how they play football,
Yeah.
the tendency for you to say you are boasting about yourself. As a striker, I knew how good I was. And I knew people that we trained with or played with over time that went to national team, that we did not consider them as the best from the group of players, you know. And I know a lot of players who injury, you know, and other factors affected their careers, so they did not go as far as they could have gone. The national team, for Nigeria to get to where we wanted to get to, any player playing in Europe when coming to national team to make the team and knows that there are other home-based players, we have the kind of talent and skill to make those people scared. But there is something that we have done, which is a problem with Africa, is that we have glamorized foreign base. Yes, they are playing in leagues where they are better funded and all that. But you see, no matter how well funded a league is, and let me use the Scottish League for example, you cannot carry an average Scottish player and turn him into a Brazilian player in a skill set. Yes. So there is something that is homegrown, that is specialized, that you can only find at home. When you go back to 1994 World Cup team, I used to have one old Time magazine that analyzed the teams of the World Cup. And I remember that year they said that Nigeria was the most entertaining team.
Yes.
And the Time magazine, you know, gave Nigeria football a name. They called it the Nigerian hustle and bustle. They will hustle the ball off you and they will force you to get the result that they want to get. So you had people like Okocha, you had the likes of Amokachi, you had the likes of Siasia, Finidi, different caliber of players, you know, with different. Yes, and they all started from home. So and they went that far and they did that well. And so there was an identity to our system of football. So now Nigerian football, I am not sure that we can say that there is a style that is unique to us right now, that we can come out and say that if you bring 10 different players to play the same position or to play as a team, that there is a DNA, you know, or a way that Nigerian play. That thing, when you go to Area 1 and some of these places, you see it, that they play a certain way, the boys play a certain way. You go to Asaba, you see there is a style and a way the boys like to play.
But the style was not taking us anywhere then.
Yes, but we were still coming up. And yes, it didn't.
When we were laying emphasis on the homegrown player,
yes,
we couldn't qualify for World Cup.
No, Honorable. The home-based players were last used by let's say Vinkesh.
Yes.
Ever since then, no coach has ever thought of using home-based.
Very true.
What do you think is the ban that they are not being called any longer?
So there are many factors to it. Now, it's unfortunate that the Nigerian league system has not enjoyed the same level of financing or an improved level of financing in a sustained way. That now, because the thing about leagues is that it's not just about the football league itself, it's everything around it. It's an industry.
Yes.
So the industry of sports, you know, especially football, which is the main sport that we enjoy in Nigeria, has not grown, you know, in a way, you know, to promote the league itself. So so the first thing on the mind of any player is to get out of the country, because there are also economic factors. respect.